What just happened? Shit. OBS, what are you doing? Hello everyone, thank you for joining. I am trying to figure out why I have no signal. Why do I have no signal from the Canon? Universal solution. Unplug it, plug it back in. And there it is. That is exactly the solution. Unplug it and plug it back in. Hi. How y'all doing? Here's the beautiful Canon camera. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome already. I already had one snafu for the evening to solve, but we're already past it, so on to the making of art. Daddy's going to make some art, darling. What should we start with tonight? We should start by turning on some jazz. Where's my head? Gotta get our jazz on. Right? There it is. Here comes the jazz. That feels better already. Okay. I was speculating about changing this cloth the way it's wrapping between your legs. I didn't like that so much. I have something I want to change. Let's see. So everyone think? We're going to get to Thursday, first of all. Get that self-edit. You're here. Did everyone you know survive Thursday? Did you not end anyone today? That's a wise man used to say to me, no felonies today. Well, thank you, German Shepherds. Appreciate your love already. Let's see where the night brings us, huh? Maybe we can explore something interesting. Find some new thing that I haven't thought of yet to make this piece better. Something different, something better. Push horizons. Find new limitations. Oh. Somebody tell me about something awesome you did today. Today we'll make any art today. Thank you, Carissa Boy. That's awesome. And you are most welcome. Well, thank you, JF, right? So all we can do is push forward. Find something new. Actually, I did a fair amount of surgery last week. This sculpture's gone a few different directions at that time. Differently than I thought it would. I want distinctly to have a space between these two fabrics. Just a new place for the eye to fall, you know what I mean? When you're looking around her from different angles, I want there to be something new and surprising. Like, oh look, there's a different space. You're a concrete artist, dude, that's pretty cool. I'm assuming, dude, that you could be a badass woman working on concrete. But yeah, that's seriously cool. If I were working the trades, I would definitely consider being a concrete worker. Like an artistic concrete person or something. That'd be cool. Have I named her? This is named, at least working title, Hand of Fate. I hope it's self-evident why. I hope that makes sense. Not that I want to be obvious. That also would be lame to be too obvious, but badasserie. I don't think it's exactly how you intended it to be pronounced, but I like that. It's perhaps a French word, badasserie. It sounds like a croissant. Yes, I would like a warm badasserie to go. Well, thank you. Go to the profile or go to my website, beau.art, and see other stuff if you're into that. There's Medusa there. If you like this, you probably will like Medusa. There's a fairy there. Also a little bit indicative of this, at least people told me. You can check out too. Okay. Yeah, definitely not done, but basically shaped it in. Let's keep moving forward. Let's get our major things changed. Major work elements. So as to be not surprised later. So that leads to probably the biggest thing I am not engaged in. You guys are about to see a lot change. Well, added to. I'm gonna make the base. Now that I have bird roughed in, I can do the base. And that's gonna be interesting, I hope. I hope. Keep saying to encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. That's the message I keep getting from TikTok. Courage, courage, and courage. Here we go. Alright, what kind of awesomeness has everyone got cooked up for the weekend? Well, thank you, Carissa. I've been working out. Sorry. Actually, haven't been working out much lately. Gotta get my head back in the game on a few levels. I've lost my focus. Thank you, Clibone, for that. Do you have a hand massager? Interesting. No, I don't have a hand massager. Perhaps that should be on my Christmas list. Thank you for the love. Let's see here. Thank you. Oh yes, Karma. Name I can never quite pronounce, so you can get close to. Karma's my middle name. Good God, it's not that hard. Going to decide if I want to just project the bird onto the ground or incorporate that into her shadow as well. Well, I think just hearing myself say it, of course, it starts sounding very Jungian. Her shadow, so undoubtedly I have to combine the shadow of the bird and the shadow of the woman. Not much debate after I said it that way, is there? The idea here is that the shadow of the two figures is the base of the sculpture. So, metaphorically holding it up as well as physically. Surely I won't run out of clay again. That'd be crazy. Might. Paint in the water. That would be exactly what I'm going for. Stunning. Something. Goal. I'm running out of wine, you're right. I only have a bottle over here right now. So it could get ugly because I'm going to have to resort back to the blends. Then we will be in trouble. 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 We will make do. Actually, I got some white wine in the fridge. I'm a gardener. I'm not a wine person. I'm a gardener. I'm not sure those are exclusives. I think you could be a wine person and a gardener, but you don't have to be. I was not a wine person until I got married. My wife pulled me into that. We'll go well together, exactly. As long as you're not using power tools, all good. Yeah, I think this is going to convey that narrative, Anita. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. It's a little monotonous right now, but I hope you guys can see where I'm kind of going with this. Just a bunch of lumps of clay right now with the idea that her bird's shadow are one. And project it onto the ground. Oh, Mercy Raven, hello again. And Ashley, Jin Hendricks, nice. When I finish this in the casting, hold it. It'll be a resin and a bronze. Definitely going to cast this one in an alloy, probably bronze. And I'm looking forward to putting it in a gallery in a few months. That should be pretty cool. I hope it's cool. Thank you, Miss Ohm. Well, clay is pretty awesome. Perhaps you get emotional because of the connection with the earth. Your connection with the earth. I get that with matcha. Really, matcha is in the Japanese stuff. I do not. I will spend a lot of time in Japan, but I do not get nostalgic. Well, acrylic can be a little like clay. You can move it around. Give me a big lump. Que bonito trabajo. Trabajo. I don't know Spanish. It's a line from Fifth Element. I only speak two languages, English and bad English. I speak bad Japanese and bad Russian too. And bad everything. Well, Mr. Bill needs love too. I've been working on this sculpture since, it's actually all documented on YouTube. January 7th, I believe, someone told me the other day they looked it up. But that's definitely not full-time by any means, a few hours here and there. Just a big chunk of time because I got sick like everybody else. Oh. This is for you. That's you are the client. How about that for an answer? I'm doing this entirely for the experience of doing this. And I'm going to put it in a gallery. Not for a client. You like to smile? Yeah, come around one. Yeah. She's smiling her fate. That's all we can do is smile back, right? I'm a full-time sculptor. I am right now. This moment is my time. It's real time. I'm full-time. I do a lot of things. I am also I'm actually collaborating with some folks here in Kansas City. We're going to open a gallery nightclub soon. I have spent most of my career working as a visual effects artist, working on movies, television, commercials, that sort of nonsense. You can ask questions, whatever. It's fine. This is the best piece I've ever made. Goodness, that is very qualified statement. No idea. It is right now. It's my best. You know what? I guess the answer is yes. Hopefully, right? Hopefully you're getting better. So hopefully the next one will be my best. Just make the tip off my knife. Fix that. Hello, Honest King. Good to see you. Some nefarious stuff going on in this music, right? A little creepy, a little scary. What's up? It's been a minute. I think I'm probably working on the same things last time you were here, though. Yeah, just rubbed it in last night. I mean, it's just rough, just kind of massive sitting up there. I'm glad the armature hasn't folded on me. Honestly, as far as like getting the clay down, the last thing is this base. And after that, it's go back and finish stuff. Ah, okay, that's my wife. I believe brought that back from Vietnam. That's where that came from. I think. Really tempted to do something really ill-advised. My torch. Kind of tempted after you fell down and melted a little bit. Where's my torch? I don't know. It's probably good I can't find it. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate you. Nice. Still has jazz on there, so I like this song. We're switching songs. Too close for missiles, or switching the guns. It's on a little, what is that, Top Gun art. Okay. Is it too early for bourbon? What do you guys think? Ashley, thanks for sharing. Shall we toast to somebody? Who out there has a good idea of who we should toast to? Pour out a few ounces of this blend. Yeah, dude, the music was agitating, man. It feels so much better now. Since never too early for bourbon. You know, my business partner in this new venture is in the nightclub business already, and so he started talking to Belvini about sponsoring my stream. Like, that would be awesome. For my first sponsor to be Belvini would be pretty cool. I'd feel cool. I don't know if I'd be cool, but I'd feel cool. What do you guys think? Guess he's got a connection there, and he already started a conversation with him. Thank you, Becky. How do you fire? I don't. This is not going to get fired. This is oil-based clay. So I'm going to have to cast it, which means I will brush on silicone. And then when that dries, I will put around it a casing of fiberglass in pieces. Pull those pieces off, cut the fiberglass off, or the silicone off, and then use that to cast. So initially I'll probably cast the resin, and then I will cast an alloy. Cast an alloy by probably casting wax. It's generally the method there, cast it in wax, and then pour on the wax a plaster like hydrocal. And that gets to stay the heat of molten alloy, and you pour that in there, and then you break the plaster off, which is always a righteous good time. I'm going to do the best as I can of that on stream. Shirley. Hello. Bore. That French? Or am I just saying it wrong? Sounds like a cliche. Is that French or am I just saying it wrong? How do I start my pieces? It can be a little bit painful, a little childbirthy. You know, in this I was looking, for this particular piece, I recall my process, I was looking at reference of various figures and just kind of sitting there and honestly trying to be in the moment, right? So we're just asking about the clay. This is it. It's called plastilina, oil base. And it kind of poire, right? Poire. So yeah, I would say it kind of came to me phases. Like definitely the pose, the gesture came first, and that really inspired the narrative as I got into it. I think the narrative has evolved a little bit, but honestly, before I put charcoal to paper. As you can kind of see one of the angles, you can see the drawing, the initial drawing I did on the wall behind me, or behind the sculpt. And I kind of had a fairly good idea, honestly. So this one was a little bit intellectual, you know, I thought it through, but I think I guess what I like about that process is when you do the intellectual first, sometimes the experiential brings out some of the subconscious you weren't even thinking about when you initiated it. So I think there's a lot of subliminal probably in the initial idea that I wasn't really processing and manifesting. A lot of dualities, a lot of symbolisms here. I studied anatomy a little bit. You're not wrong. I went to art school in New York. Studied it figuratively, draw a few thousand nude models, things like that. I had the pleasure of getting to assist in human dissection at Columbia Medical School as well. So that was a fantastic experience. Biomechanics were very important at one point to me as an animator. And we're all learning still, like obviously there's no, I think the more you learn, basically what you're learning is about your preconceptions, you know, the things you have in your head that just aren't true. And that might go for any subject, not just anatomy. Learning might be actually more about unlearning. Definitely in the case of anatomy. What is the base of the figure? You have to explain. Do you mean the base is in the physical form I'm working right now, the base? That's going to be the shadow of the bird and her project onto the ground. Or do you mean what's the armature that's holding her up? Thank you, boy. I had to think about that for a second. I remember what you said. What is underneath the figure? What is underneath the figure? I can answer that question right here. This is 5/16 all thread steel, and it is bolted to the base here at the toe and underneath this cloth under her butt. And her entire skeleton is made of that, and then there's wire wrapped around it to fill that in and connect smaller pieces. So it's you know, you might comment like, oh, it looks wobbly, but it's going nowhere. That's just because steel is bendy. It would take 100 pounds to move that thing. I had some bad experiences a long time ago with not having a good armature, and that stuck with me. So now I make sure to do a good armature, no matter what. Which can be a little bit nerve-wracking, because that means you have to very much have the center mass of your lens and everything plotted from the beginning. So what I did here is I drew it as I wanted to. Some of the angles that you can see a little bit of the drawing. And that's actually the scale. So then I took those points out, and I literally just plotted them in 3D space, and went down and drew an orthogonal down view of where I thought the figure would be, based on that. And used that to bend the armature into place. Because that's obviously very unforgiving, not an intuitive experience or process to bend steel into an armature. So that was a bit of very conceptual, very like, had to visualize in my mind where I was going a lot, because there was nothing in front of me to go on. I will say that I think that my natural state is to be a sculptor. So my second is to be drawing. Painting is probably the third, as far as my natural states. And you only learn that through doing, right? And you can't, that's not the first time. Just because something's hard the first time doesn't mean it's not your thing. I'd say over a lot of time, I've come to realize that I'm probably first and foremost a sculptor. Second button. Good evening. I once heard a joke that the expecting father wanted a day to sun Gotham. So when his wife woke him up in the middle of the night because the baby was crying, she would say, Gotham needs you. And we find our motivation where we can. If that's what it takes to get out of bed, change diaper in the middle of the night, one more time. I'm not going to judge. I haven't been there. Nice, crochet, okay. That is interesting, right? You think about the experience of doing it. Like, it's part of the process, right? Putting my hands in clay and squeezing, not having your tactile experience, right? You can't dismiss that as being part of your process. Crochet, you're probably going to be in a mental state of flow, right? You're doing a repetitive task, and each individual small thing contributes to the whole. Yes, your brain probably goes into a state of flow. A little meditative. I have no idea what you just said. No, you lost me. Well, in Japan, there's a specific aesthetic of the uneven bowl that you could explore. Very excited. What just happened? Hasty oligarchy. That's no. That's never mind. Oh, static tides. Hello. What's up? Good to see you. Or be seen by you, I guess, in this case. I saw you earlier. You were my companion while I made dinner for my kids tonight. Static tides. To listen to you. All right. Well, thanks for coming. We'll get your feet on. Actually, I'd like to know more about what you do, Static Tide. I'm not trying to keep you from dinner. Probably getting hangry. I'd like to know more about your process, like, because it's something you do commissions, so I'd like to know what your skill sets are. And you can make stuff really big. Right. They say here we just about having everything in all the drawers. My mom was like that. We have creative drawers, just filled with materials. What's up, Caleb? You join? Huh? Hand sewing, machine sewing, 6 needle embroidery machines, like scan, and t-shirts. All right. Well, I've seen your cosplay. It looks pretty robust, so it looks like it represents a lot of different skills. 3D printer. What inspired me to make this piece? Honestly, I think it was a desire to make a piece. Like, I really just kind of put myself in a cage with myself. Didn't let myself out until I came up with the idea. But beyond that, I think that if you look at any of my 2D art, there's definitely a continuity and of themes of regeneration, rejuvenation, reincarnation, a wreath. A whole series I call Light in the Darkness. One particular piece I call Drawn to the Light. Check out if you're so inclined. More words. Tabulating type stuff. Cosplay tends to have to make you jack of all trades, sure. Resin casting, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna cast this in resin, I think I'll get done. Sewing, bone props, and armor. Armor. Must protect yourself from the villains. So many villains. So many villains out there that you need armor for. Thank you, Kitty Cat High. Yeah, I don't know if that really answered your question of inspiration. Yeah, I don't know. I think, try to be cognitive, but honestly, I think there's a fair amount you just gotta surrender and let the subconscious do its thing. Let it manifest up what it will be. Can I give her the respect of being who she is while I make her, if that makes sense? What is in her hand down low? I'm going to spin around so you can see, huh? What do you think? It's going to be, well, like obviously it's not defined well enough to be able to ask, but it's going to be enough. Cindy Creator. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. What's going on for everybody? World's a little crazy place right now. We gotta find our joy where we can find it. I'm finding it here. It's my cliche. Have you made art today? The only way to keep your sanity is to know at the end of the day, you manifested something that was not here before. I think that if everybody had to make one thing a day, it would change everyone's outlook. Right? Like if you were forced to make something, I don't know if that's like a weird, ironic statement, forced to make something, but if you definitely made something every day, I think everyone would start having respect for what it takes to create stuff, right? In which case, then they would be less likely to want to break or take other people's creations. They would be themselves as a creator. Maddie's eating pasta. Okay, thank you for sharing. Oh, I got tingled. Tingled me. Tingled my berry. See Gorek Designs. Tingled my berry, I believe. Thank you. So I think people that don't make stuff on a regular basis default to taking stuff because they don't know what else to do. They don't view themselves with the respect of a creator. And if you don't respect yourself, then you don't respect others. And so you're becoming a taker. So I think all the world leaders need to get together in a craft session, like once a month, and do a little arts and crafts. Make some little sweaters or something, trade them between each other, and the world will be a hell of a lot better place. I think I just solved all of our problems just now. We need global arts and crafts at the UN. Well, yeah, definitely. I would agree, Maddie. I mean, look at what I've been doing here. I'd watch that stream. Exactly, right? I want to see all the world leaders at Arts and Crafts Day. You know, Static Guys, if I was God of the Universe, you would be like the host. You'd be running that show. I want to see Trump embroidering. Trump and Putin making sweaters for you. I'm cracking myself up. Maybe it's the blends. Let's see what happens when I have another one. Maybe I'll think I'm funnier. Exactly. If you haven't made art today, you don't get to run your country today. Although now I can't not see Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as like running the show. Suddenly turned into an insane asylum in my imagination, which was not necessarily my intention. But nonetheless, the philosophy is the same. People who make stuff don't walk around thinking about how they could take other people's stuff. People who make stuff think about what they're going to make next. So I think the having made art today is a fundamental ethos that I'd love to share with everybody. Having made art today. So if you haven't, you're likely part of the problem, not part of the solution. I'm sure they do competitive too. Who's knitted faster? So, you know, one stream at a time. One stream at a time, maybe we're headed towards global peace. What do you think? Spread the word. Have you made art today? One step at a time towards my political agenda of inspiring everybody to make art every day. Some people get on the stream and they're like, wow, I'm inspired to make something. I'm like, all right, big man's gonna cry. Keep it together. Plastilina, yes, just threw away the label. Plastilina, and I'm using a, oh, I tore it up, so you can't really see. Plastilina, yes. I'm using a Beau base clay called Plastilina. Quite a lot of it. There's like 35 pounds of clay in this thing. I definitely did not estimate when I started. The Great American Stream, I like that. Thank you, Cindy Creator. I appreciate you. It's not Ronnie. Good evening. Welcome to Fantasy Island. I mean, my art stream. If you're old enough to remember Fantasy Island. The show was awesome. Ricardo Montalban. But doing a pickle, how do you know? Yeah, do you recognize this? You just outed yourself. Yeah. No, I don't think I have to out myself age-wise. I have a head of white hair. I don't think anybody's going to be too awfully surprised. Of course, my hair was turning white when I was a teenager. It's been coming a long time. And now that I'm 28, you know, it's all white. You gonna buy that? The plane. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, it was amazing back in the 80s. It's really bizarre. If you look back, like, that was weird. That was some craziness show. Dr. Shrinker. Wow, you lost me now. Dr. Shrinker. Huh. No, I don't. I don't know Dr. Shrinker. I'm not going to fire this piece because this one I asked earlier, it's plastilina, which is oil-based clay. If I fired it, it would just melt into a puddle. So, when I'm done with it, I'm going to cast and mold it. Which means I'm going to brush on silicone, let that cure, and then I'll put a fiberglass jacket around that, and then it'll be in pieces, cut it off, and cut the silicone off. And then use that to mold a, initially I'll do a resin, to see how it turns out. And then I will use that to cast a wax. And the wax will become positive, of which I base a plaster mold on. And then when you keep the plaster, wax melts, comes out. Now you have just positive that's sitting inside, and it can withstand the heat of alloy. We can pour bronze inside. Good night, G. Godica Design. Thanks for coming. So yeah, that's the plan. Casting and mold. There you go. Yeah, you would not. I mean, there's different temperatures. Like there's low temperature firing for sure. You know, metal's gonna go up to 1,000 degrees before it starts spinning what it is. So you can do a low temperature cast of some kind. You can totally go to that. There's a lot of low temperature stuff out there. Anything Sculpting like, right? Make an armature for that and bake that in the oven. Metal will not care. In fact, that'll be a good thing. Give some strength. So if you work in Sculpting, yeah, make a metal armature. You got a one-off. This is so thick. If I were making Sculpting, I'd have to do a low and slow cook over a long period of time. You probably need to make as much fill over tinfoil as possible because that tinfoil would heat. It would actually bake the Sculpting from the inside out too. Yeah, low fire clay, exactly. Yeah. New cup. Yes, this came from Russia. Actually, you know what? I'll share. I'll share some of my Russian shot glasses. Love these things. Let's see what else do we have. I can share. Got there's the camera. The lion. Where are you? The lion. There you go. Got a boar. Also very sexy. Ram. Very sexy. These are all alloys. They were cast exactly the way I described. A moose. Very cool. And the last one is rabbit. So that's my Russian shot glass collection. I just spontaneously decided to share with you guys. Tonight we're drinking out of an elk. Yes, elk. I've been to Russia. Oh God. If I have some more drinks, I'm gonna tell you some Russian stories. Yeah, I had a software company in Moscow, circa 2008, 9, 10. I've done a few weird things in my life. Nice. That sounds cool, Spirit. Thank you, Cindy. Is the bird complete? Absolutely not. The bird is literally just roughed in. Nothing is complete, and the bird is just literally masked. I just wanted to, it's like I don't like trying to finish something when everything's not in somewhat flux, because it affects, right? Like if you were to finish one thing and then you work on something else, it's, you're not a dot matrix printer, right? Like it's going to change. It's going to affect your composition and your ideation. So I try to keep everything going at the same time. Everything in various states of both completion and interaction all the time. So no, the bird is nowhere near done. It's just a bunch of clay in the air right now. I've always been a sculptor. I don't know. That's nature and nurture question there. I've always been a sculptor. I don't know. Part of me wants to say no, and then part of me wants to say yes. I do think at my core, like, what am I as a human being on Earth in the heavy made art today, or be a maker, not a taker? I don't know. I'm either a designer, inventor, at my core value, or a sculptor. I'm not sure. One of those two. Did you say you own a software company? Yes, I did. I own a software company in Moscow. Two offices, one in Los Angeles, one in Moscow. Yeah, I've done some weird crap. I went to Moscow in 2007 and got a investment from a government-backed bank in the Russian government-backed bank called VTB to develop software that I had invented. And, you just haven't lived until you signed a multi-million-dollar contract in the Kremlin with people with machine guns standing behind you. I mean, what else? How else would you want to spend Saturday? At least that's how I spent that Saturday. What a weird thing to do. Yeah, I started working in movies. My first movie was The Crow 3. Worked on that in 1998, I think. 1998, 99. First big movie I worked on was Harry Potter. Worked on the Troll and the Centaur for Harry Potter. I sculpted, as you know, somebody asked me earlier, my sculptor. I mean, that's what I've done professionally, but digitally. So I sculpted the faces, the expressions for the Centaur and the Troll on Harry Potter. Early career. People are pretty spectacular. I'm sorry, let's get out of it. I don't know that I qualify as ADHD clinically, but I definitely have been all over the place. Well, thank you, Beach Ones. Welcome back. Mana Maricoda. Kia ora from New Zealand. Oh, good to see you. I have a few friends, associates from New Zealand and Australia. When I was in Tokyo last year, worked for Toyota for a couple of years on autonomous cars. To actually further fill out the resume of diversity, I worked for Toyota on autonomous cars for a while. Lived in Tokyo, and I met quite a few people from Australia and New Zealand while I was there. I did not work on a light model. I worked on a light model a while. I am looking forward to it, though. I'm going to do that again when we open this gallery in a couple of months. I'm going to have a studio in it. We'll definitely work with light models there. I'll probably run some sessions. If you happen to be in the Kansas City area, you can come. But I probably will live stream as well. You know, try to come with some cool cameras. Maybe like we have the camera switching now, or maybe not camera switching because they need more. But I think YouTube will support multi-cameras. So maybe have multi-camera setups. You can choose your camera angle and hold some live sessions with live models. That'd be cool, right? Did anybody do that? Does that sound cool to anybody? Thank you, Cindy. We might do that so we can find some interesting subjects here. The city of, I forgot what Kansas stands for. It's an Indian word, American Indian. I still never know what it means. Nuts. I was going to be clever, and I failed. Anyone out there knows the American Indian word Kansas means? It literally means something like hills or plains or something. Autobiography. Wow. Yeah, I've just shared the highlights. there's plenty of lowlights as well. Rode a train from Moscow to St. Petersburg once. That was both majestic and horrific. Majestic, very Dr. Zhivago kind of experience, and lovely. Get to go to St. Petersburg, which is a magnificent place. At the same time, I looked out the window and saw some of the worst poverty I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to some bad places. By contrast, I was in Moscow, where the amount of decadence was nauseating. Yeah, exactly. I'm totally. You guys are inspiring me a lot. So thank you, first of all. I hope that I'm inspiring you. I get the idea if I could inspire you, inspires me a lot. You know, we were talking earlier about the philosophy of being a maker and not a taker. I honestly think that's a hero's journey worth pursuing. Like, I think it actually matters to humanity. We can start to influence people to be makers and not takers. We can actually positively influence humanity in a pretty major way. You know, do it grassroots. So I think just by doing what we're doing right now, participating with each other, grassroots, we actually are participating in survival of the species. I actually don't mean that sardonically. I mean quite literally, like this right now, this thing we're doing. We are socially interacting, first of all. People connecting, real human beings connecting, virtually, remotely, but real humans connecting. We're doing it around inspiration and creation. Like we were saying earlier, I think that if the world is filled with makers, not takers, everyone will be much more likely to respect each other. Seriously, I just got labeled with sexual content. I love TikTok, it's stupid AI. I won't make it molded wood. It'll be a flat plane, so I'll mold around it. Make a flat bottom. Yeah, I'll reset here in a second. We'll start over. Last night I got labeled 3 times. I had 3 streams. After the third one was like 2 a.m. I'm like, yeah, I'm done now. So yeah, turn the page. I'm not sure about my geometry here a little bit. I need to rethink my projections. Yeah, my good friend there on Twitch. When I got banned from Twitch one time for the same thing, he's like, yeah, I think that says more about them than it does you. Thank you. Appreciate that. See, I think I'm way the hell off, actually. Damn it. I'm gonna move all this over. I did not plot my geometry right. All this needs to be way over here. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. After we do a system restart. How are you able to say so? Yeah, years of trauma. Before I go, I'll share one thing. I almost broke the world record for sleep deprivation on accident. I went 7.5 days without sleeping once. That was just to get a project done. Only afterwards did I take the time to research, like, what is the world record? I think at the time it was 9 days. No, 7.5. Of course, that's without drugs or anything. I'm gonna restart this silly thing. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, too. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. Of course, YouTube and Twitch get to hear me. Oh, Instagram. I'm nuts. Look it up. I should hook up my stream deck to go to a different scene. I have not done that clever of a setup yet, but I will. It's just a lot of moving parts for a one-man production. But one step at a time. Refine, refine, refine. Just like art. We refine. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. Gotta get in there and meow somebody. Welcome back. Unless you're new, and then just whoa. Okay. I identified the need for some surgery on this blade. All right, let's do a better job plotting here. There. Good God. That's what I mean by working on everything at once. So you don't. You're not looking at the gestalt. You must be looking at the gestalt. Just for everything to have synchronicity, yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, too much. There she goes. What do you guys think? Hello, so many people. Hello. Hello, people. Or one of my favorite quotes from Andre the Giant and Princess Bride. Hello, lady. Hello, lady. Oh, Andre. Oh, Brian's back already. Yes, love the Princess Bride. How can you not like the Princess Bride? The poison scene scares you as a child. Goodness. All right. That was pretty nonsensical. Never enter a land war in Asia. And you know, I followed his advice my entire life. I have never started a land war in Asia. Except perhaps the Princess Bride was important for my development. Oh boy, I don't like that either. What am I doing? I'll get there. Way off. There we go, that's better. Something's not right. Thank you, Kate. Appreciate you. I don't know who that Movix is, so sorry. Definitely not a copy of that, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She's not a commission. I'm literally making this in order to share with you. So you are my patron. By showing up and listening to me diatribe about nonsense, sculpt this one, you are the patron of the arts tonight. So tap tap, we're somewhere, thank you. I totally, running, I thought about it, I didn't want to get it out. Just place it, yeah, I did think about that. There could be soft lights on there, I had a spotlight at one point. Well, you're totally right. I don't really care that it's exactly right, but I do want to be close enough that that's what it reads as. For sure. Or to read as that. I don't know. I don't have that light to do that. It's actually pretty, the angle's done. It's pretty right. I can be smart occasionally. Yeah. Well, today's the day. Smart pants. Sorry, let me check something real quick here. Oh, yeah. I just got a notice of a life drawing session in Tokyo, which I am not going to get to attend. That was my lifeblood when I was there. I lived in Tokyo. Those drawing sessions kept me alive. Okay, are you, because you were the second person to say they were traumatized, unless you were the same person you returned to say that again. You feel traumatized? I would say, it's interesting. I don't know, what would she say? The first word that popped in my head was adore. All right, she's adoring her fate. I think that's valuable. No, the first word that popped in my head was adore. No, I did not do any manga work when I was in Tokyo. I worked on autonomous cars in Tokyo. Worked for the old Toyota. You're adorable. I don't think anybody's called me adorable in decades. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really happy with the shadow, but it's kind of there in concept. I don't know, I might just let it chill out, come back, because I ain't making it. Something's not quite manifested. What's her name? Hand of Fate. That's the name of this piece. Hand of Fate. I don't think I have a flashlight anywhere near me. My son's on the other room, but he took it. Yeah, I'm not going to chill out in the shadow for a while. Come back to it. It's in there. It's roughed in. It's roughed in. We'll come back. Thank you. Sneaking okay. And Lee Williams. And Mama Grind. And G West. And Queen USA. So much love. Alright, well, we'll move on to what to do. What to move on to. I might go back to the bird. It's obviously pretty rough. Rough. When I'm done with this, I will cast it, which means mold it, which means I'll make a mold around it. So I'll cover it in silicone, and cover that silicone with a fiberglass base. That goes in pieces. Take it off, get the silicone off. Use that to cast a resin, which is kind of like a plastic, lightweight, strong material. Based on the success of that, I will then cast it in wax, and use the wax to make another plaster mold that I can pour alloy into, bronze. It is going to be a nightmare. Like, I've actually not really thought much about the process of molding this, but it's, if anybody's out there who's made a mold, they're looking at this going, get out of your mind right now, because I am. This is totally out of your mind. Like, there's so many concavities. This is going to be a real mess to make a mold. No, this is an oil-based clay. So making it warm means it will turn into a puddle. If you want it harder, you make this cold. When it gets cold, it actually gets kind of hard. Like it's sub-zero here. If I take it outside and leave it there overnight, like maybe in the morning, it's going to be pretty close to rock hard. But it can always be activated with heat. In fact, some of the clay in this is literally 20 years old. I found it, it's kind of inspired me to do it. I found some clay in a toolbox from 20 years ago and said, you know what? And here we are. What? appreciate you. This is such a dirty pain in the ass. Model these wings. What have I got myself into? Looking for a big boy. I would cut the bird off now. Model it separately and put it back on. I really don't want to. It's awful. I wanted to rough it in place because I feel strongly about seeing everything in context when you're making composition. Fuck. I don't like that at all. Yeah, shit. I need that flashlight running. I do. Wow, mistful. Love it. It's not too late to cut it off, to answer your question. I can do anything I want to. I'll do metal and clay, do anything I want to. It's more about like, do I really want my heartache? Like getting in there and doing that, but you know, might be time for big boy choices. You know what I mean? I only have 100 miles away with my flashlight. I presume you weren't. I don't know, where are you? I mean, approximately, you tell me your address. That'd be pretty weird. Tell everybody where I live, Kansas City. Where I live, and that's a weird statement here. You say, where do I live? Where the hell do I live? It's, I don't know, where do I live? Am I living? Is this me living? I don't know where the hell I live. Depends on how long ago I lived in Tokyo. I had an address, tax ID number, residency card. So residency card. It's upstairs. You know, I would pull it out right now and show it to you, but yeah, upstairs. So hard to get. I was definitely the envy of a lot of people who wanted to be in Japan. I didn't actually want to be in Japan. I was literally there because I was interested in working on autonomous cars. I didn't really have a desire to be in Japan. And I think that's one of the things that kind of set me apart, and maybe not a good way. Everyone there wanted to be in Japan, and then they found a cool job that brought them there. I'm like, really? I did not have a Japan thing. I mean, I grew up with Japanese culture, studied judo and things like that. So I definitely had exposure. I did not take the job because I wanted to be in Japan. It is wobbling. Yes, it is wobbling, but it will go nowhere, and I will demonstrate why. This is 5/16 steel. You can see I can bend it, but it would take hundreds of pounds to knock this girl down. So yes, she will wobble because she's 35 pounds suspended in the air at 2 points, but going nowhere. There's no fear of this girl falling down. Yeah, I don't think it's forever away. You know, I think I'm gonna take my time and put a lot into this. We'll keep going. But honestly, I think probably next 2 weeks, I will call it done. You know, I don't need refinement. I'm not gonna sit here and model skin pores or any of that kind of nonsense. I'm fine with it looking like it's made of clay, having fingerprints in it. Not so much about the surface. You know, like someone asked me the other day, how do you know when you're done? Like, well, when you stop exploring, you start trying to impress people with how good you are, it's time to be done. I will not paint this, though. I agree with Michelangelo on that front. Michelangelo said that, let's see, how did it go? Michelangelo said the sculpture was superior to painting because a painting aspires to have the form of sculpture, but if you paint a sculpture, it looks garish. That's obviously, first of all, he was Italian, so he didn't say exactly those words, but it is a paraphrasing. But that's basically the quote from Michelangelo. He did not believe in the painting of sculptures. I have to tend to agree. That is not to diminish the accomplishment of the many people out there that do the painted figurines and all the things they do. And I'm sure as hell, my preference has nothing to do with the judgment of anyone else's. So, other people out there that are doing painted figures, great. Some of them out. Crazy. He was both an artist and a Ninja Turtle. The guy got around. He did. Sewers and Florence, Italy. I got around. Medusa, Malamute, nice. Well, since you're named Medusa, I invite you to take a look at my profile or website because I have a Medusa painting. You can't see, it's right off frame. What the hell is happening on my camera? I invite you to check out Medusa on my, go to my profile and you'll see Medusa, or you go to the website, beau.art. You'll see Medusa. Yeah, I have a wire. See, I've got this permanent wire power. It's like an aftermarket, and I don't think it's so good. It does it every once in a while, so I don't plug it in. The camera switches, you can see, but I'm pretty sure it's good now. It's quite a lot to be, producing your own stream on 4 different channels with 3 different cameras. Well, with a thing. But Michelangelo was multifaceted also. He was both an artist and a Ninja Turtle. So, the least I can do. See, there it is. There's the camera. So it is up and running. If he can be a Ninja Turtle and an artist, I can be an artist and run 3 cameras and 4 platforms for a stream. Gotta hold yourself up to a standard. Well, thank you, BZ Gosh. Yeah, solution anything. Unplug it, plug it out. The Canon's done this to me a few times. The USB connection down at the beginning of the stream. I literally just unplug it, plug it back in. So blind I can see. Wow. Oh, did you look at that Medusa? Did you look at the drawings or look at the paintings? What do you think? Well, I guess the person I'm asking is your response to looking. because, you know, I'm, to quote Morrissey, I am human and I need to be loved. So yes, I got a little bit of ego, I guess. I could be also, you know, getting a little bit of kudos from you. Sounds cool, thank you. What style would the painting be considered? Is the painting the Medusa? Is that what you're referring to when you say the painting? Jesus Christ. You know, at this point, I don't know, I think styles are kind of antiquated, like, because we're kind of at the point where we have such a absolute transparency of art history, right? Like, everything is accessible at all times. So I kind of think, like, the concept of style in a organized lexicon or vernacular is a little bit antiquated. Like, what's the point anymore? To say something's, I mean, I guess it has some functional utility to say whether it's abstract or representative, right? Because it's, I guess, instructing people how they're supposed to cognate when they're feeling it. I don't know. That's not really, I don't know, I'm kind of talking myself out of that argument, too. I mean, if I associate with any one group, it's actually a rather small sector in history called the Naturalists. It was circa, what was that, mid-1800s, I think, the Naturalists. And it was, they, you know, they weren't devoid of understanding of, you know, the coming elements such as, you know, the abstract. You know, like, you know, any good naturalist knew who the hell Cezanne, Matisse were on those sort of things, but they chose to work. You know, they would produce things like a sculpture of a antelope being eaten by a jaguar, right? And to our, you know, our eyes, when we're looking at it now, we're like, okay, that's nice, and but whatever. But it started to take a context of the historical / political state of things when they did that. You know, it was a different world, different context. You know, it's kind of like watching comedy from the '80s. You're like, yeah, that's not funny. Yeah, but we laughed our ass off in the '80s. Okay. I challenge you to watch Whoopi Goldberg. Everybody thought she was hilarious in the '80s. Not remotely funny now. Same thing with art. You know, you have to somehow try to get yourself in the context of the time it was created. So to say you're part of anything is like almost kind of moot, right? Because you're not in that time period, unless you are, unless you're kind of like contemporary. Like, so I guess the only answer to your question, what do you live in? Well, it's contemporary. That's the only choice there is. Now is the only choice we have. Totally going on a diatribe. I don't think we're hearing this. However, watch Eddie Murphy Raw. Holy shit, that is still shocking. 40 years later, it's still like, holy shit, dude, really? Really? That is still shock comedy 40 years later. Eddie Murphy Raw. But, sorry, but. Maybe when we dated, go back and watch the Chappelle Show. It's still really good. However, it's not as good as it was at the time. Like, really? Wow, I'm surprised because it was so damn good at the time. It's like, really, the Chappelle Show is getting, you know, showing its age. Interesting. You know, no critique against him. I love his work. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's bomb. I'm just saying, the first time I saw it, I mean, I remember it's kind of like, you know, when people in previous generation talk about where were you when Kenny got assassinated. I feel like that about the first time you saw Chappelle, you're just like, oh my god. I mean, it was so profound. And all I'm saying is that, well, it's still good to watch those old Chappelle Show episodes. It's not as, it is dated, right? It's not as shocking. It's not as stimulating as it was. And I'm bringing that up in context of art. You know, it's like, well, no matter what, you can't go to that time. You can't go back and view art in the context of the time it was created. You can't. My parents were little kids in the 80s. So what you're saying is your parents are my age, which, you know, okay, all right, deal with that. I have 3 kids, probably younger than you. I have what do I have? 15, 13, and 12-year-old. Well, I mean, I love me some British humor. But, yeah, take British humor from the 80s, I mean, not because of funny stuff. What was his name? Benny? So I can't remember his name. Benny, what's his name from the 80s? Hilarious at the time. Not so funny now. You know what I'm talking about. Benny, what the hell is his name? Benny, what kind of name? You out there remember his name? But comedians with almost infinite timeless appeal, like George Carlin. Nope, hasn't faded. George Carlin's still awesome. Benny King, yes, that's right. Benny King, yeah. Well, yeah, Monty Python was hilarious, but Monty Python is definitely aged, right? It's not as poignant as it was. At the time, it was groundbreaking. Like, oh my god, what am I seeing? Now, not so much. You know, it's just, now it's just amusing. And I'm not in any way trying to inflame a conversation of value. This is literally to point out that you can't view art out of context, right? It's always in context. So any of the naturalists or whatever you want to look at, you know, it's about the context. So it was in. Good morning, Reggae Beats. That is going to be a bird. I know it's kind of a lump of clay. Well, it's always going to be a lump of clay. I guess until it gets cast as something else. But yes, that's going to be a phoenix. Hopefully you won't have to ask in the future what it is. It's going to be a phoenix. So not sitting here representing feathers. I have sculpted and modeled enough feathers in my life, digitally anyway. I'm not going to do that. But hopefully it's going to look like a bird made out of fire when I'm done. Oh, that's fine. You did not offend. Even if you did, I don't have time to be offended anymore. You think longer tail? Not a bad idea. Actually, compositionally. I'm trying to stay really mindful of composition. You are not wrong, my friend. Bringing some, actually, like, oh yeah, like, weigh the shit up here. Can you see where my hand is? Weigh the shit up here. Yeah, I'm going to rethink that. This coming up like, oh yes, like that. I don't have to build a wire structure. Ah, I'm screwed. I'm pre-planed this piece a lot. I didn't completely pre-, I need like a big ass fire tail. Okay. You're killing me, Miles. Where's the Smalls? Sorry. I'm gonna have to build an armature for the tail. Who said that? Who said that? Who said the tail? Because you're on my shit list, because that is such a good idea. it's already scrolled so fast, I can't even see. Whoever said tail, you're on my shit list, because that is such a good idea, and I have to do work now. I have to build armature and somehow attach it. This thing's already so heavy that the armature I have is barely holding up the bird, which means I might have to cut the bird off and restructure the armature. You're on my shit list, whoever said that about tail, because it is such a good idea. I'm gonna make this like the size of my hand. I'm gonna spin this away so you guys can see. Where's the camera? Yeah, this tail's gonna come up like a flame. Ah, such a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. Oh, you're making me want to drink though. You know what? I need a shot of Blanton's after that. You just set me back. You set me back. I need Blanton's to go with that. Really good idea that set me back. Yeah, it's gonna make it so much better. Well, that's what, I keep going about. I don't know if you guys have heard me, but like, someone asked me, how do you know when you're done? I'm like, when you stop exploring and start trying to impress people, that's when you're done. This is totally exploratory. Just the sudden realization that was a missing piece, because that is gonna create this awesome conversation between her hair and this tail. From the standpoint I have, I don't know what you guys can get around this, kind of seeing the camera right now. It's gonna create a compositional conversation between her hair and this tail. Damn it. God damn it. Oh, I don't know. I might have to cut that. At least remove that. I might have to do something. This is getting so heavy. The bird is basically held up by about an 1/8" steel wire, which is pretty strong, but it's only one fundamental thing holding it up. It's actually a pain in the ass to get sculpt on because it wobbles so much. It's fine as far as holding it up there. You can hold it up there so I can mold it, no problem. It's not going anywhere. But kind of pain in the harness. That's why you need this. Absolutely right. That's why I actually love this. This is a really weird thing we're doing. We are actually participating in a very strange social experiment of collaborative, social, distributed, virtual art. Like, this is weird. We're doing something weird right now, right? Weird shit. It's cool. Weird. This has never happened in history. What we are doing right now literally has never happened in history. Those words I just combined. Social experiment, virtual, remote, collaborative, art, creative. Those words have never hung out together in a sense. So we're literally doing something that's never been done before. I almost dropped a blade into my foot, which of course is something I haven't done before. Shit. This is a very interesting thing we are doing. Social experiment. You know what I mean? All right. So thank you. Whoever gave me that terribly great idea. Thank you. Was that wrong? Would you say that? Right. You got scrolled so fast I couldn't even follow. Do. That's no one too. Oh, I don't know if this is really the right way to do this. I don't think it is. I think I'm going to pull the clay off the toe of the tail. I totally have to pull the clay off. So I can attach armature. I need to buy JB weld so I can attach it. Ah! You're killing me, Smalls. I have a good suggestion. Thank you. Really, I have your good suggestions, Ronnie. Not enough of them. They're too good. Messing my night up. I mean, just look at that, right? That's like the tail's kind of like there. Like, just cut it off. It's really a fun piece of thing. Yeah, okay. I think there. You can't see. So it rolls around so you can see. You just can't see from that angle. See from that angle? I just did like a wire face. These camera angles aren't working. I pull the camera back. This camera angles aren't working. You can't see. That's a good angle. It's a great angle. Cher. Hello, Cher. How are you? You missed me cussing at our companion here, Roni, because he had such a good idea. It's going to make me tear the clay off and reattach armature to make the tail much larger. It's so good, though, dude. I mean, you can't see it from where you are. I can see it. Having that tail go up another 3 inches compositionally is so goddamn good. It's nauseating. Screw you. It's so much better that way. I just put that wire in there. Just saying that wire is like, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. This piece is called Hand of Fate. And I think I'm going to have to pull the clay off of her hand and the foot so I can better attach the whole thing to support the weight. All good. Yeah. Social phenomenon of collaborative art. Never happened it in history. I like what you're doing right now. Good night, Ronnie. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your input and running my night. Answer your question, Waylon. This is going to be called, or it is called, the Hand of Fate. Oops, smack the can over there. Thank you, Richie. I did put a little bit of effort into the cameras, so I appreciate your recognition of such. A little bit of a challenge when you're running everything yourself, right? As everyone who's ever seen those. It's a real challenge to keep it all going. All this apart tomorrow. Some JD weld to hold it together. Maybe, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Instead of cutting all this apart, I might actually use JD weld to fortify. That's not a bad idea. Did I plug my shit? I don't think I did. Just being clumsy. Maybe just still up. Okay. Well, thank you, Billy. Yeah, I'm going with really long tail feathers that are like flames. It was like Ronnie earlier was on. It was his suggestion, and I'm upset with him because it's such a good idea, which means I'm just kind of roughing it in with these wires right now, but I've got to come back in and pull the clay off and reattach our armature with JB weld tomorrow, I think. I don't have JB weld. I don't have enough to do that now. To really nail that. But yes, that is such a good idea that he had. It's just gonna make me redo things, but it's gonna be so much better still. I'm appreciative of that input. Yeah, I think it's really gonna. I think it's compositionally gonna have a great conversation with her hair. I have to recompose my camera so you guys can see it. Well, yeah, after I get done, I think your question relative to the clay hardening, I will, when I'm done, I will cast this. I'm gonna make a mold of it. Oh, my butt cloth fell off. I'll make a mold of it and cast it in resin. Make a silicone mold, cast it in resin, and then based on the success of that, I'll go back and cast it in an alloy, like bronze. Oh, Tamara. I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. So that'll be a Roto script, a little piece of software that automates the transitions in OBS. And then from OBS, I created a virtual camera. That virtual camera is then driven to other softwares such as Streamlabs and TikTok Studio. So you're viewing on TikTok, so I'm basically going from OBS, where I wrote the scripts, to TikTok Studio, where I'm driving out to TikTok. I'm also using that same virtual camera to drive out to Streamlabs, which goes to Twitch, and to vMix, which is driving my Instagram. So a bit of a mess. I've been working on this girl since January 7th, off and on. A couple hours here and there, week off being sick. So I have 3 cameras in a row, and then OBS and transition between them. Okay, yeah, I don't want to work on the bird anymore because I'm going to do major surgery on that. Cut it in places and add JB weld tomorrow. I'll try some more JB weld to do so. That's my first Greek. Not necessarily. If you go to my profile or website, beau.art, Beau.art, you can see some of my other pieces. There's a Medusa there that's obviously Greek. A lot of mythological themes, but nothing quite explicitly Greek per se, other than Medusa. This isn't Greek either, per se. I mean, the Phoenix definitely is a reference, but, you know, this female figure is not a specific mythological entity by any means. D&D? Really? Okay. I played me some D&D back in the day. I don't know that I feel the connection between this and D&D, but alright. Probably if you do. Even you do. See, that's not good. Poetic pastimes. Hello, welcome. Yeah, follow me. I will see that when I'm not doing this, and then I will follow you, and then we'll be following each other. And I will see your work. For to quote Demolition Man, I would like to take you to Taco Bell. Any other Gen Xers out there remember that? Middle of Canada. Poet, lyricist. Taco Bell. Now that I've said that, dude, it's too bad I drank too much tonight to get a car and go, oh, we forgot to Taco Bell. There's one close here, it's probably open, but not gonna do it. Winnipeg, good God. That is up there. A wee bit. Is that the plastic? Poetic plastic. Oh, two eyes have gone poop. Poopy eyes. Minus 35, holy sweet Jesus. It's been cold as balls here on the Midwest. It was -8 this morning. Very cold. Not -35. Wow. That's the next level, what the hell. For sure. -15 here today, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I look forward to you coming back, because it's, you know, it is a labor of love of labor. Love of labor. A long ways to go. I just gonna make a major change to the bird's basic structure, because I'm gonna tear it apart, get some JD wheel down there, some new wires, infrastructure and all that, so, you know, it's fun. It's a whole lot of fun. But it does take time. So you have to come back again and again. Run steam. I started this January 7th, but I took like a week off because I was sick and a few hours here and there. I'm probably at like 55 hours into this piece. I'm trying to do a tally. The whole thing is actually archived on YouTube. If you go to the YouTube channel, you can see the beginning. The beginning was a shit show. It was literally me with a big ass piece of steel in my hand, bending it, like a strong, old school strongman kind of thing. And then it broke, and then I cussed, and I was upset. And the next time I came back, and I had a torch. I started over so I could soften the metal because I knew this was gonna be so heavy. Right? You can see her wobble, but her infrastructure is steel. She's not going anywhere. She's strong. But yeah, big mess. It'll be good. The handling on YouTube, it's Beau in the Dark TV _ between each word BEAU _ IN _ THE _ DARK TV Beau in the Dark TV on YouTube. Everything else is just Beau in the Dark. Every other platform, whether it's Instagram. TikTok, whatever. You recognize that look? What, that I'm kind of getting faded? You recognize my getting faded look? I ain't getting faded. I am tired. I'm tired, and I probably drank too much, and I'm about to fall over on the ground. That's to me. Thank you, Melodic Art. Yeah. I might call it a night soon. You know, last night I went till 2 a.m., because why wouldn't you? I think it's a little bit invigorating, you know, you guys show up and want to talk. Need some clothes? Okay, I'm not quite sure that I can see with your perspective. I'm being a figurative artist, but thank you for the input. I mean, actually, when I initially did this, we don't close at all. I played with the drapery that's there now. Need some work. So an explorer across from me, because I never really explored drapery. I've always worked with nudes. Yeah. I liked it when I incorporated it into the composition. The way the cloth attaches here is like compositionally sound, so I liked it for sure. And I think there's some academic exploration for me, pushing my own boundaries that I can still do. Thank you, Melodic Art. Totally appreciate it. Poetic pastimes. So I'm usually here Monday through Thursday. So I'll be back Monday night. So don't come with me tomorrow night. That's date night. Me with my wife. Monday night I'll be back. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Come back approximately 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So not quite exactly the same how your time zone. So many people are from all over the world. We were people from Belarus last night, Korea, all over the world last night. That was fun. Yeah, gotta keep that flame burning. Yeah, I saw pictures of you, River City, with your partner. I took a look at your profile. You look like a fun person. Keeps the date nights. Yeah, please. I don't know, rebels or whatever to come back. This is not Medusa. Not at all. But if you want to see Medusa, I drew and painted Medusa. She's on my profile. Or if you want to go to Beau.art, 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 or you just look at my profile, you can see Medusa I did do. This is not intended to be Medusa. Those serpentine shapes in her hair, hopefully representative of flames. Oh my goodness, there's a visitor. Oh, she has good timing because, why am I getting sassy face? Goodness gracious. I'm about to shut down anyway. It's not even that late. My wife was there just getting sassy face. Stay awake for another 5 minutes? Okay. Let me shut this down. I will love you, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'll be here Monday night, approximately 9 p.m. Central. We'll do it again. Stone Fox, thank you. She's lonely, maybe. Exactly, I think so.